My name is Heather. I'm the general manager of Freakin Fitness, primarily here in Freakin Fitness Weston. We've been prepping for the Jacked Classic. It's been cool to kind of get the community together in a different aspect. Weightlifting has kind of been incorporated and sprinkled in here and there, but never really like a true focus. So it's been very cool to kind of take a step back. We started like a weightlifting program just a few weeks ago, and everybody's been loving it, you know, kind of taking a step back from like the numbers and like lifting heavy and just truly learning like the technique, how to move better, opening up the mobility and stuff so that it can carry over into fitness endeavors, you know, each of our athletes want to take on. So I view weightlifting kind of like as a key component, right, in fitness in general, right? You have gymnastics, body weight, cardio. I feel like weightlifting, especially this type, Olympic lifting, often gets neglected. My personal journey, like throwing that into the mix and making that a focus to improve my lifts, my snatch, my clean and jerk, has carried over into like specialty, like grid, like even in my personal CrossFit career. So it's been cool to kind of like switch the mindset, getting, like I said, athletes to slow down and see the importance of like how weightlifting can benefit them and make them a better overall athlete and just healthier in general. Weightlifting is a very, very mental sport, man. People get obsessive with numbers. People get obsessive with like beating, you know, Joe Schmo next to me or whatever the leaderboard. So it is a constant battle, especially as like a coach and a trainer, to kind of get your athletes to like, hey, like let go of that idea. It's not an instant gratification type sport, you know? You gotta look at it a little bit more long term. I tell people like, hey, like you can sit here and be stuck at the numbers that you're at for X, Y, and Z amount of time, or we can kind of like take a step back, let's move better, let's hurt less, and then be patient, you know? This is a long-term type sport. That's what makes it hard, that's what makes it challenging. But if you take a step back, you're gonna move better, you're gonna see greater improvements in the long term versus just trying to lift the same weight with the same poor technique and feel like crap and then, you know, have these aches and pains that are always lingering. When I kind of like get athletes to kind of sit and slow down, paint the perfect picture for them, it allows them to kind of like be like, okay, if this is gonna help me long term, like let me take a step back, actually do this right and like pay a little bit more attention to it. We got an interesting mix. We've got people who've been weightlifting but too scared to do their first meet, people who've been in the game for a while, you know, first comers. So it's been really interesting because we've had nothing but great feedback about the Jacked Classic. Even like for me, like I've done it, I love doing Jacked, and just being able to give that personal feedback and hearing it from others gets them like, it's like a good nervous but excited, you know, because I always tell them, yo, it's the best meet, it's hype, there's music, everybody's so welcoming. The weightlifting community is totally different than any community you've ever been with, especially the ones at Jacked. So putting that kind of perspective kind of gets them a little bit more at ease and definitely more excited for it.